Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we are taking a look at your guys' chart requests from over here inside of the Discord under the chart request tab. If you guys have chart requests, just get them in here under the chart requests to be answered in these live streams. We're going to start today with the top one here for ZK13. That name is Coin, so he's requesting Coinbase here. So what we're looking at on Coinbase is we do have a green dot still, so again, our strategy is to buy when this wave is down here, right below the white line. That tells us, hey, things are very oversold. We got a signal back here in February at 160. We had another one here in April at 160. So you can see that this is a very solid support line here for Coinbase here at 140. Okay, you can see it dip down there, it hit, bounced. Okay, dip down there, it hit, bounced. So that means there's a lot of demand down in this area. So with our strategy, guys, as long as this dot remains green, okay, we are bullish on the asset. We think it's going up, okay? Our sell strategy is to sell up here, right, when the wave gets up here and gives us a red dot, okay, just like we did there at like 425 or 420, okay, back on Coinbase in July, okay, and it fell from $420 all the way down to 140. So again, we're selling up here, buying down here. We're still remaining buyers here on Coinbase. Now that we have the macro signal, right? Now that we have the weekly signal, we can look here to the daily for pullbacks. So I really like this name still as long as it holds 140. If it comes down here to 180, we'd be looking to buy more, okay? So it is finding a little resistance up there at 200, but again, we're chopping around. Our target is always going to be up here in the red zone. Okay, we only want to buy assets that we believe are going up in the long term. Okay, Coinbase is a great example of a stock like that that's going to gain market share over probably the next 5 to 10 years as crypto continues to adapt. But one of our selling strategies you guys will learn over here inside the trading course. If you don't have the trading course, it's completely free over there. Just hit that trading course button and there's a link you can click on. But you guys know that a red dot in the red zone is where we look to sell. So on Coinbase, we would be waiting for it to come back up here to the red zone, okay, and give us a red dot. We're not even close to the red zone. We're just now breaking out. So we want to give this time, this trade time to play out, right? We want that thing to blast off back here up to 400. Normally, right, always it will retract into the red zone. It's just a matter of when. Our typical time frame for that to happen is 1 to 6 months. Okay, and we think the bottom's in here for Coinbase at 140. So we're going to remain buyers of that. I see one here for WIF, W-I-F, that's dog WIF. I avoid these meme coins here. I don't trade memes, but it does have a green dot right there. I would say up above 16 cents, it looks good, but I think there's a lot better names to buy. This looks like a rug pull. The meme coins, I think, are going to fade just like the NFTs did. I see one here for Comstock. So Comstock's coming down here again. We're down below the white line again. Last time that happened was back here in 2024. Now all you need is the signal, but it looks like it's going to try to bottom there at around 15, right into that moving average there, that blue line. Okay, that is where the moving average is. And you could see we're touching that 4-year as of right now. So we actually like to buy into that blue line here. Okay, that blue line is the 4-year moving average. So if you come over here to the cheat sheet, okay, inside of the Discord, you guys can see here, okay, the mean is just another place that we call the average, right? We want to buy into the average. How do we know we're getting a fair price? We buy it at the average, okay, or we buy it below the average to get a discount. We never want to buy when it's way up off the average. So when that wave, right, on that chart, okay, is way up here, that means we're extended off of it. That's why we never buy when the wave is up here. Because again, look at the premium. Look how far off the average that is. Okay, when you're buying that far off the average on a stock or a crypto, you're buying it up here. You're buying it in delusion, greed territory. We want to buy when things are not good, right? We want to load up on names when they're at a discount. So what I look for on Comstock here is just a green weekly. I like the fact that it is into the 4-year there. I just wait for the signal for confirmation. You had another request here for GENI. And again, if you guys have chart requests, get them over here in the chart request thread. I'm also taking some from the live chat as well. So if you got, I see a few in the live chat here, one coming from Reggie. We'll hit the live chat here in a second after Genie here, GENI. This one looks like it's trying to bottom at around 380. So I would say up above 380, it looks good. It's gotten absolutely hammered over the last couple of weeks. But, I mean, that's a pretty nice pullback there. I mean, from $13, I don't know what happened, but if you believe in the stock, if you believe in the company, if you believe in that they're going to recover, right, this thing just took a fall of about 70 to 80%. So 380 would be the support that we're playing. You can get in here on the daily right? Maybe look for a little pullback here, but it is trying to bottom here at 380 on GENI. I'm guessing this is some kind of sports books play here. Okay, there's a lot of competition in that industry. That's kind of why I avoid it. There's just so many betting companies now. It's hard for them to make a profit, right? Especially when they got to pay out their winnings and stuff as well. From the chat here, I see Dieter. What's going on, brother? Yeah, thank you. I had a funeral I attended to yesterday. Appreciate you guys checking in. Jason, what's going on, brother? I see one for Reggie for Vchain in the chat. If you guys have them in the chat, just go ahead and drop them. If you can't talk in the chat, you got to hit the join button on YouTube now to get access to the live chat. So I'm just really focusing on our members here on Discord. If you don't have Discord, you guys can join on YouTube. And just there's so many requests and stuff coming in now that I'm just going to narrow it down and hyper focus in on our members here. So if you guys aren't in the Discord, right, you can't put your chart requests in over here. You can put them in the live chat just by hitting the join button on the video and becoming a YouTube Spartan. But Vchain, we like this one down here. Again, if you believe in it, right, it's never been lower. It's sitting here at literally half a penny right now. I think this one, if the altcoin market does recover, I think this one should have a nice recovery here. It went down for 8 months in a row. So again, if you believe in the growth, if you believe in the company, if you believe in the blockchain, okay, it's never been a better time to buy. So I'd look either for the monthly. It's already got the weekly here, so we'd just be watching that 0.006 level there. I see another one for Jasm in the chat. Jasmy's green here as well. We've gotten a ton of green dots over the last few weeks at this level, so I think Jasmy's bottoms in right there at 0.004. It does have a green monthly dot, so I don't hesitate on these monthly green dots, guys, on the names that I want to own. Like, this is like, I mean, look at this. It went from 7 cents. That's a 99% drop. Okay, so it's a really good time to buy. Okay, after a 99% drop on the asset, if Amazon dropped 99%, if their stock went to $10 tomorrow, you would probably be buying the crap out of it. Okay, that's how you have to look at these assets. If you don't look at Jasm like an Amazon, don't buy it. But if you like Jasm here, right, it literally hasn't been a better time to buy, okay, than right now. I don't know how people could be bearish right now. I mean, over the next 2 years, I think these names are going to go insane. Like, some of them haven't even gotten these signals yet, right? A lot of these altcoins, right? I guess Algorand got one back here in 2024 at 11 cents. It popped up to 60 cents. Okay, it's getting another one here now. But a lot of these names you haven't seen get these, right? Jasm hasn't even been around long enough, okay? But I guarantee there was probably one somewhere in this area, okay, back here in 2023, had a massive move. So I like Jasm here a lot. Jasm looks really good. I see another one here for SMCI in the chat from Dieter. Yeah, I made a TikTok on this one today, but it's popping up again. Nice move off the bottom there. We averaged down on this at 20. We're definitely in profit now. Okay, we bought here at 30, bought more down here at 20. Okay, our average cost is like 25 now, and we're just riding that one up. So we're just waiting for this one to either get up here in the red zone and give us a red dot, or give us a weekly red dot. Okay, whichever one comes first. I like that one a lot. It looks very strong here above this $23 level. What else we got in the Discord? We got Lady Bitcoin for RSR. I like this one too. This one looks really good. I think this one actually had a monthly go off. Yeah, it has the monthly going off as well, just like Jasm. So we're kind of putting in a double bottom here. Okay, right around this area here from September 2023 before it took off. But this looks really good, right? The monthly alert, we don't hesitate. That is our signal to buy. Hopefully you're buying good quality names. Again, our goal here on this channel is to buy good quality projects, good quality companies at a great price. We want to buy only companies and only projects that are growing, that are being adopted, right? We got to think, are they going to gain market share over the next 5 to 10 years? The answer to your question is yes on that. You want to look to buy on these signals, right? Because you're getting a great price, because we could see from the data this was the cheapest it was, right, back here in 2023, and it popped up to 3 cents. That was over a 2,000% move, okay, from the bottom there at a penny and a half. Okay, it went all the way up to less than a penny and a half there. That was a 1,500% move last time we were down at this area. So buyers stepped in here last time, and again, you're getting the signal right there on RSR. I think that one looks good. CEG from Crypto Wolf. What's going on, dude? CEG, that one looks like a... Talking about, I'm guessing you're talking about the stock, or are you talking about a crypto? Looks like you're talking about the stock. So I would put a stop loss. So whenever I see a red dot on the chart, I always set my stop loss at the previous low. The previous low is right there at 240. I'd use a stop loss right there, and if it breaks 240, I would sell it. Otherwise, I would be looking for a further breakout up here to the red zone at around $400. So that one's kind of in the middle of the Fibonacci, right? We want to, like, a lot of the times we want to buy down here in the bottom golden zone and sell up here. But as long as that one holds this low right here of 240, it looks good. Okay, it's just kind of bouncing around, chopping around in this area. You want it to hold 240 though. Otherwise, they could probably dive down here to the 4-year at like 180. Stock for CE, SE. That one has a signal there. Does this have the monthly one yet? No, not yet. So level I'd be watching here on this is 75. Okay, that's just that low right there. So if you're going to play this signal, I'd put a stop loss at $75 if you're playing this signal right here. Okay, this red one came right there at around 105. It dipped all the way down here to 70. Yeah, stop loss at 75 on SE. RBRK. RBRK, that one's got a green dot here as well on the weekly. We're just going to put the stop loss on that at 42. Nice breakout, though. I'd really like to see it get above that 56 level. I'd put your stop loss right down here at 42 on it. The monthly pushing up pretty hard here. So, again, that signal right there, okay, that's telling you that, hey, this is the bottom right here at 42. So we got to use a stop loss at $42. It's breaking out over the 9. I like to see that. Okay, you could even move your stop loss up a little bit, maybe to 46 if you want. 46 on the stop loss. Okay, as long as the dot is green, though, we're bullish. So I normally don't set my stop loss until I get the red dot. Okay, once I get the red dot is when I set my stop loss. And that one looks like the MACD's crossing over. I like this one. Okay, it looks very strong. Looks very strong. As long as the dot is green, we're remaining bullish. SIDU. SIDU is breaking out here. That one got the signal back here at 2. It's up 100% off the signal. I mean, we're bullish over 180 on that. But it is getting up there. So you're in the red zone. So you got a red dot in the red zone. That's where we look to take profits. So we would have been selling right there around 5. I would not be taking a position up here, but I would definitely be looking to maybe take some off. I'd have a stop loss set probably right there at 290. If it breaks 290, I'd sell it. I see one for AVGO for candy in the chat here. AVGO is up in the red zone. So you got a red dot in the red zone. I'd be taking profits here on AVGO. Okay. Anytime we're in the red zone and getting a red dot, I'm taking profits. Whether I'm selling 25% of my position, 50% of my position. Okay, if you guys are new here, I have a free trading course over here. Okay, let me just bring this over here so you guys could see so I don't lose my spot. But I have a free trading course right here you guys can check out. But we also have some resources over here, like under the dots and signals tab. It'll tell you, right? Red dot, okay, daily alert, sell or reduce your position by 25 to 100% if it's in the red zone. So the red zone is that part of the Fibonacci indicator you guys will learn in that course. Okay, the Fibonacci is a Fibonacci retracement tool. A lot of traders use this level. Okay, that's the top of the fib. We want to buy near the bottom of the fib and we want to sell near the top of it. So again, you got the red dot in the red zone. We'd be taking profits up here at $400. If you don't want to take profits, set a stop loss at like 320. But I would definitely be trimming some here on AVGO. Up here at 400, and it also has a double top going on right now too. So if it can't break out over 420, I mean, I personally am taking some off the table here for AVGO. What else we got? I see ONT for Jeff in the chat. ONT's ripping here. Oh, I like the pullback. So we have a breakout, we have a pullback. All that's missing is the Ripsky. I like this one as long as it holds on to, I'm going to say down here at 6 cents. I'd put a stop at 6 and let that puppy ride if you think it's going to continue. You could even move your stop loss up a little bit to like 7. If honestly, it needs to hold 7 if it's gonna break here. So I'd probably put the stop loss at like 0.069 on this. Just make sure it holds on to these EMAs here. As long as it holds the EMAs, you got to believe that thing's going back up there to 18. But I'd like to see a daily green dot on the daily chart here in the next couple days. That should send it higher, but this looks very strong. Very strong as long as it holds 7 cents. I'd put a stop loss probably just below that 7 cent level and let that puppy ride. What else we got? Over here in the chat, we got RNG, Ring Central. That one's pushing up pretty nicely. I like that one over 36. I'd put a stop loss on this one at 36. It is in the red zone, so we wouldn't want to be taking position here, right? Our time to take position was down here at like 25. Okay, we got that signal down here in February at literally $25. It's already up 70%. It's up here in the red zone. So again, we're not starting positions here. Okay, we're looking to either move our stop losses up or take some off the table. I'd sell some of this on the next. I would sell some of this on the next daily alert. Now that we're up here in the red zone. Okay, but that is, I mean, that's a pretty nice breakout over that resistance level. We'll see if it can continue its move. So again, we're looking for a daily red dot. The next daily red dot or weekly red dot, we would be looking to take profits there on RNG. Okay, again, we want to sell when the wave's up here, buy when it's down here, not buy when it's up here, when it's already went up 100%. Okay, we want to buy down here. You should have been buying this one right here at 25 or down here at 22. Okay, nice trade already. Now we're in our target zone. Now we just look for our signal. Rivian, RIVN. Rivian's breaking out here too. That one got the signal a couple weeks ago. It wasn't below the white line, but it is breaking out to the upside there. So I like this one over $14. I'd look to take some profits on this one between 20 and 22. Okay, that's a pretty nice breakout though on RIVN there. What else we got? TAC. Red dot. Yeah, you want to set a stop. So again, every time you get a red dot, you want to set a stop loss at the previous low. Previous low is right there at 1130. So I'd have a stop loss there, but that does not look very strong off that red dot there. Again, these green dots were not below the white line. That one was below the white line. Okay, right there at 8. That had a beautiful move there. Up above 11. This one looks pretty good. We got TAC. Oh, no, that was TAC. SMR. Set your stop loss on TAC. Okay, you want to set your stop loss. This one looks good. SMR, nice pop up here. Okay, it's still having trouble getting over those EMAs though. So I want to see a breakout over those EMAs. The bottom you're playing right now is all the way down here at 870. So that had a really big move last week. I don't normally like to chase big moves like that. But again, as long as the dot is green, you got the MACD crossover as well. So this one would be a hold. So you got the signal last week there. So I like this one over $8.75. Up above $8.75, it looks good. What else we got? Robinhood, HOOD. Hood's looking good too. Again, we got our signal back here at around 70. It's up to 90. Looking very strong here above 62. It's breaking over those EMAs. So the two confirmations I like, guys, are a green dot on the weekly, right? And then I either want to see it break out over that orange line, right? That's the 9 EMA, okay? That's the 2-month moving average. So that means momentum is going into our favor now once that happens. Or I like to see the breakout over these EMAs. Because again, on the daily chart with the EMA ribbon, guys, when we're down, when we're trending below the EMA ribbons, we're stuck in a downtrend. So what you want to see your name do is you want to see your name pull back like this, right? We pulled back from 150 all the way to $60, okay? 160, okay? That was the top for Robinhood. 160 was the top back here when we were in the red zone up here in November, right? We pulled all the way back to 60. That's a beautiful pullback, right? You can see the pullback. We like the pullback. We love the pullback, okay? And then you want to see it break back out. So you can see, again, I talk about the 9 EMA, right? The orange line. When we're down below the orange line, okay, we're stuck in a downtrend. When we break up above it, that's when the buyers are stepping in. That's when the momentum is shifting to the upside. So we are very bullish still on Robinhood here as long as the dot remains green. If we get a red dot, all we do is we set our stop loss like we just did with SMR. Again, if you see a red dot, or no, that didn't have a red dot. Which one we just did that had the red dot? It was TAC. TAC, this one has a red dot. So if you see Robinhood flip red like this, all you do is set a stop loss. I put a stop loss right at that low, 1140, stop loss. If that hits, right, we're going to go way lower. We're going to have a big drop. Okay, just like on Bitcoin back in December, right? What did we do? We went short Bitcoin in December. Okay, we got the green dot. Great. That means, hey, the bottom is potentially in. You see how we failed to break out over that 9 EMA? We failed to break out. Got rejected. Okay, so when we had this red dot pop up here in January, that came at $84. That came right there at 84. Okay, and you could see we had a stop loss. We would have had a stop loss set if we had a position on Bitcoin here at $80. See, it broke 80, And that's when people get liquidated, right? Because that's a big support level, right? A lot of people use leverage. So when they're in leverage positions, they get liquidated. And that's why you see these liquidation dips happen. So we don't have to set a stop loss until we see the red dot, right, on the weekly chart. Okay, as long as it's green, we're bullish. We're not thinking, oh, we're going to go down to 70,000 tomorrow. No, we don't care about short-term price action, guys. We don't care about selling until this wave gets back up here, okay, or unless we have a big impulsive move. Okay, I did take some profits today on my IONQ position because it had a huge move. I mean, I was up 132% on this position. So could I have just set a stop loss right here at 44? Yes, but I trimmed some. I didn't sell the whole position because, again, I recommend laddering out of positions, right? You come over here to the dots and signals. It doesn't say sell your whole position. It says sell 25 to 100%, whatever you feel comfortable with. So if my name goes up 134%, right, like it did, okay, you see that was HPQ. Those HPQ options are finally starting to hit, up 53%. Those were the 32 calls. I was already in a position on that, right? I bought those in January. Okay, and those are up 53% now. But the IONQ position, again, I was up 137% off the entry. Okay, I bought IONQ off the weekly green dot. Okay, the weekly green dot came right here. Okay, on the 6th. So I bought down here. Boom, big 137% move up. I'm taking some off the table here. Okay, because if it goes back down or chops around and just goes sideways here, I'd rather have that capital ready to deploy on something else. But that was a beautiful move. Again, and look how overbought the daily is. So I was thinking this thing's going to probably pull back to like 36. So I'm going to take off 75% here, okay, come back down, get a green dot. I'll consider adding more to the position. So I trimmed 75%. I kept 25%. In case we do break out. But when a big move like this happens, right, that was a 60-70% move. Okay, if you're trading a 2x levered ETF like I was, okay, that's a 140% move. So we look for a pullback into the EMAs because, again, we want to buy into those averages. We don't want to buy up off the averages. Sometimes when we run too hot too soon, we might get a little cool-off period over the next couple weeks and then continue to move. But if that pulled back into 36.50, I just look to add more. But just looking at the daily, how oversold it is. And that red line up here, that in the middle, that's the 50% line on the Fibonacci. So the red zone's the top of the fib. That red line right there is the 50%. So sometimes price will top into it like it did there and go down. So again, I'm just reducing risk. I think there is a chance this could go down. Therefore, I wanted to trim some from the position to have cash in case it does pull back. Then guess what? I could just buy more shares down here because we're buying down here at 26. We're up 130%. Right? Beautiful trade. Now we just look for the pullback and an entry off the next daily dot now that we have the weekly signal. So hopefully that makes sense. Once you get the weekly or the monthly signal, you can then look to the daily chart to really time your entries, right, on the perfect day or the perfect 4-hour candle. There is still a chance IONQ could go up to 80. That's why I kept 25% of the position. What else we got here? SoFi, SOFI. SoFi's got a green dot down here as well, right there at 15. Again, we called those out weeks ago. Nice move up. It's up over the EMA now. Now we're just letting the trade play out. It has a red dot here on the daily into the 50%. So again, if you want to trim some after this move from 15 up to 20, okay, that's fine. But I do think this thing is going to curl and keep going. It's still into the EMAs, right up above 15. We're very bullish still on SoFi. The dot is still green. Again, the best time to buy SoFi is when the wave is down here. Okay, the wave was down here in April of last year at $8. It went all the way up to 30. Okay, came back to 15, gave you another couple signals. Things pumping, dude. Nothing to worry about. We're holding that one until we either get a sell signal here on the weekly or on the daily. Okay, and you are getting one in the daily here. Again, if you're up 50%, want to take profits, great. Or if you want to ride it out and hold, that's also up to you. Again, I'm not here to tell you when to buy or sell. I'm here to present you with the information that says, hey, right, this daily dot means we could pull back for a few days. It means we can come back down here to 17 or maybe 15. Okay, so I like to ladder in and ladder out. Laddering out means selling as it goes up. Okay, not trying to pick a perfect spot, but just selling when it makes sense. If you're up 100% in a position, it makes sense to sell half. Because if you buy something at 15, it goes to 30, you're up 100%. You put in 5,000 here, you made 5,000, now you have 10,000. Well, if you sell half the position, you just took your initial investment out and now all you have left is profits that you're riding up. Now you have that initial capital back, and you're just letting the rest ride. Hopefully that makes sense. But we still like SoFi. I'm going to call SoFi a hold. Again, we were buyers down here in March. Okay, we should have been buying down here at 15. Okay, now you need to wait for a green dot on the daily or on the 4-hour. Okay, whichever one comes first. But that 4-hour chart looks really beautiful too, man. That looks really good. Up above $17, I still really like SoFi. What else we got? Yeah, if you guys want to join the live chat now too, you just gotta hit that join button, like Nightbot said there on the video. Again, we just get flooded with requests, and I just hyper want to focus on our members here. So if you guys aren't a member of the Discord, you guys can put your live chart requests here in the live chat. Okay, we're just going down the list here. ADA Cardano, again, down here in our buy territory. One thing I want to point out on Cardano is it's at its 3-year low. The last time we were this low was back in 2023 before we had a big move up. So I do like Cardano down here at these prices. Okay, we got the MACD crossover. The dot is green. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. Again, we're down here at the all-time lows. So it's never been a better time to buy Cardano than right now, according to the data, because this is the lowest we've ever been. Right back here in 2023, we were sitting at 24 cents. We're sitting at 24 cents for the first time in 3 years. So if you believe in the project, if you believe in the blockchain, if you believe in its growth, never been a better time to buy, according to the data. Mara's pumping here. Okay, we got a couple signals on this at 7, one right there at 8. It looks good. It's breaking out. Again, you got the red daily, so that means, yes, we could pull back a little bit, maybe into these EMAs at 9 to 10, but I still like this one. I'd still be a holder. It's got the monthly green dot as well, so up above this level at 750, I really like Mara here. Okay, if this thing pulls back here to 950, load the truck up. Right, I think any dips are just going to get ate up now. I think all these dips are just very short-lived. Okay, they're just minor. I mean, some of these names are pulling back like 2%, but I think you get any pullback from here to the end of the year, maybe like September, November, I think every single one's just going to get ate up. So, again, if you have the signal on the weekly and the monthly, the next thing you want to do is zoom into the daily and look for the daily alerts. Okay, look for places where we could potentially bounce. Okay, so right now we have a red dot. So, again, the red dot's not always the greatest place to buy. We want to buy the green dot. Right? If anything, you could take a little profit here after we went from $7 up to 12. I know that looks like a small move, but that was literally a 50-60% move right there. 60% up off the signal. So yes, after it runs 60%, it could have a little pullback. But ultimately looking for the daily or the 4-hour. Again, we talk about how to trade these signals over here in that free trading course over here if you guys are new. Thank you, Efren. OP, optimism. Okay, again, if you believe in this, I mean, this has been an absolute rug pull. I don't know what happened, but it's never been a better time to buy. Okay, this thing's been beat to the floor. Bottom's right there. It's 9 cents if you're playing the bottom. If you think this thing's going to bounce, use 9 cents as the bottom. Netflix, this one had a nice pullback here today. Okay, it's got a red weekly, though, so we want to be careful, right? We want to use that stop loss at $90. $90 would be your stop loss. That's just the low from right here. Okay, what I'm looking for on Netflix, I'm actually looking to take a position on this. What I'm going to look to enter on Netflix in is a green daily. Okay, I'm actually looking to build a position on this right now. So not buying right now because we have a red dot. I want to see what we do this week. Okay, but it's going to really depend on what we do at this $90 level. Okay, that is a very big support level. If you're in a position, I would have a stop loss, okay, set there if we do decide to break. But ultimately, you could be looking to just dollar cost average in on this if you get a green daily. So again, the weekly, give it a warning sign. Okay, what I do when I get a weekly dot is normally set a stop loss at like 89. Okay, because if that breaks, we'll probably come back down here to 78, and then we can look to buy more in that zone. Okay, because that's where the buyers stepped in and pumped it up. So it's an interesting one to watch this week. Netflix is one of my favorite ones. Again, we're coming into this support level down here at 90. Okay, so I'd be looking for a 4-hour alert or a daily alert right here on Netflix to either add or build a position or average down or add to a position. But that one looks interesting this week. SRFM. Surf Mobile. That one's still green on the weekly as well. So low was right down there at a 95 cents. Again, this looks like a penny stock. So Very new company here. Their earnings are pretty stagnant, not really growing at a rapid pace, but looks like a good place to buy here if you believe in the company at $1. Okay, it went all the way up to $10 back here in July. It's all the way here at $1. OKLO. OKLO, that one has the green weekly as well. $45 is our support level. And we're getting over those EMAs. So as long as this one holds 45, it looks good. You can see the daily's pretty extended here. It does have the green dot. So again, as long as the dot is green on the weekly, we're bullish. Okay, so again, nothing to worry about until we get that red dot coming. Okay, once that red dot comes, we can set a stop loss. But as of right now, okay, it is kind of stuck in a downtrend. So we would like to see it, you know, break. I guess it did kind of break that trend there. So interesting breakout here over the 9. I would just want to see it hold on to that $50 level. Up above 50, I do like OKLO. Again, you can look to buy either on a daily green dot or a 4-hour green dot now that you have the weekly, right? Because the weekly tells you, hey, we're going up over the next couple weeks, right? 1 to 6 weeks, 1 to 6 months, okay? Now you can look for pullbacks throughout that time. So, again, don't chase it up here, okay? Wait for the signal, okay? Wait for your opportunity to strike. If you entered here, great. You're already up, okay? So if you're entered here, just manage your position. You just want to make sure it doesn't break down below 44 on OKLO. MNDY, or MNDY, that's Monday.com. This thing's getting pounded, okay? I guess if you believe in the growth of it, you could buy it here. What's the PE ratio on this thing? MNDY. Monday.com, still a 30 PE ratio, still pretty high. I don't know a lot about it, but that gave you the signal right there. It's 70. It's sitting at around 68 right now. So honestly, with this one, I'd probably wait for a monthly alert on. I think there's some better names to own. And if you guys could just keep the request to 2 per person, that way we could be respectful of everybody's time. IMX. IMX is green on the monthly, so if you believe in this company, that green monthly dot is a great signal to add. It's breaking out over these EMAs. I actually like this one a lot here. Is this one on my watch list? Yeah, it is. Okay, I like this breakout here. We love this breakout here over those EMAs. Looks very strong above 12 cents. Easy stop loss right there at 12. You got a green dot here on the daily breaking out. Okay, it's got the monthly signal as well. This looks good. It's probably my favorite crypto request so far that we've seen. I like this one a lot. See, we got that signal right there at 41. We should have had our stop loss set right there at the previous low at 35. Once we got that signal, boom, it broke, and it broke down. So as long as the dot is green, we're in the position. Okay, if you bought here, you could buy more down here and get your average cost down. Okay, but this looks good. This is actually breaking out pretty nicely here. I'm adding that one to the green list. $2X levered SMCI, I got the same thing, man. I got the same thing. We're just slowly adding to our positions. I think SMCI looks really good here above 24. Okay, up above 24, it looks very strong. Okay, look at that crossover there on the 4-hour too. It just looks really strong. Okay, that monthly chart's really beat up too. So over 23, I think SMCI looks really good. Crocs. Crocs is up there in the red zone, so it's got the red dot here today. I'd take some profits here on Crocs. Okay, that's had a really nice move over the last few weeks. Again, we got the signal down here. Actually got the signals down here in November at 75. Big move up. So I just make sure this one holds on to 100. Put a stop loss at like 99. Okay, I mean, that could pull all the way back to 90, actually. So I put a stop loss probably at 90 here. Okay, but it does have the daily. So a red dot in the red zone, we have to trim some, right? That's our strategy. That's where we take our profits. So you could sell 50%, 75%, 25%, whatever you're comfortable with. But that is a take profit signal right there for Crocs. So again, it's up to you on how much you want to sell. I told you guys today I sold a little bit of my IONQ. I sold 75% of the position because again, it had a red 4-hour here. It's just moved really fast in a really short period of time. So sometimes that scares me when we go up that big. Normally it means it might retrace a little bit before continuing higher. Again, if it's way oversold, way overbought here on the daily, right, that's a place where you can consider taking profits. It won't always get back up here to the red zone, okay? But if you're, again, we're buying down here, sell it, that's a 100% move, okay? 100%, that's a great trade, okay? Don't be greedy, take profits when necessary. If you feel like taking profits, sell some. If you think you should sell, normally you should sell some. Okay, 25% of the position. I sold 75% of my IONQ position. I didn't completely sell out because I believe in the company long term, but I did take some profits to use the cash to go invest into something else. Okay, or just to use that cash to have on the sideline to wait for another opportunity that presents itself. Okay, in case we do get a big drop, maybe in the next couple days. Okay, then guess what? I got cash on the sideline ready to deploy. Okay, if your name runs up 100%, it's okay to take some profits. IOL or OLN, we'd be selling this one up here or using a stop loss right here at 26, 25, 26. Again, you got the red dot, so therefore you want to say, okay, if this thing breaks 25, I'm out. Okay, that means structure breaks and we're probably going back down. So stop loss on 25 for OLN there. QUBT, a lot of stocks. Wow, not a lot of crypto requests. That's because crypto's gone down for 9 months. Ooh, HPQ had a nice breakout today. Same with UNH. Loving that. What else we got? Yeah, if you guys want to join the live chat, just hit the join button on the video. And again, we're taking requests from the live chat and also over here inside the Discord. I skipped USDT.D. Who was that requested IMX? That was Baba. Nice. USDT.D looks bearish to me. So this means money's flowing out of stable coins here. This chart looks like it's ready to crack, guys. Look at that MACD coming down. That's very bullish. This is very bullish for crypto. Anyone looking at this chart and being bearish right now, okay, they don't understand how money flows in the crypto charts, right? In the crypto markets, okay? Last time we got a red dot, we absolutely fell to the floor. You see that last time that happened was in April of 2025. So when the USDT, right, when the dominance of USDT, which is Tether, goes down, that means money's flowing out of stable coins into the market. So if you see where this marked the top back here in April, okay, right there at 6%, okay, we can go to a chart of Ethereum and see, look where April was. So when that topped out, Ethereum bottomed and ripped. So if we go back to that chart here, right, this is just basic charting here, okay, when we go back to that chart and see that, hey, we topped here and Ethereum bottomed, well, now look at what we're doing. We're really topping here, guys. This is topping. So this is why I think all these altcoins are just going to absolutely explode here into the end of the year because, again, these charts are breaking down. Again, this was the big bull run last year, okay, or 2 years ago. This was the bull run last year. This was when Trump got elected, right? Money was coming out of stables and going into the risk-on assets. Risk has been coming off. They've been coming out of the risk-on assets going into stablecoins. That's why Tether dominance is so far up. Okay, but when they start selling the stablecoins and buying names like Ethereum and Chainlink and Bitcoin, that's when this comes down because money's coming out of stablecoins and going into risk-on assets. Risk-on. It is risk-on right now, folks. SHAK, Shake Shack, looks good. Again, we're just looking to hit our target here. Okay, looking to buy any opportunities that we get, any other green dots down here. Okay, we're just holding this one right now. Okay, it is kind of trying to find a top there at 108, so if you want to use a stop loss, I'd wait for the red dot. Okay, but that one could probably pull back all the way to 94. It did top right there at the 50%, so I don't think this would be a bad place to maybe take some off into the 50% on this one. 50% line just because that's where it's been topping in this area. So I might trim some here at 100, right? Sell 25, 50%, sit cash. Okay, because again, we got the signal a couple weeks ago at 85. Popped up to, that's a 20, 30% trade. Pretty good for a stock. Okay, and now you got these daily alerts. So again, you could trim a little bit here if you want to on Shake Shack. I probably would. I probably would trim a little bit there. I see one for Dieter for Octa. Samuel, what's going on, brother? We'll get that. Octa. Sitting here, that one's got a green dot as well. These cybersecurity companies have been hit really hard. I think that was probably the bottom there for Octa. That thing's breaking out. I like this one a lot over 63, 62, $63. I think that looks really strong. Again, looking to sell that one up here in the red zone. Octa looks strong. I see one here for Candy. We already covered AVGO. AKT from Samuel in the chat. AKT. Yep, I got a position on this one too. That one's looking good, still above 40 cents. Okay, no red dot just yet. Okay, we're kind of just consolidating right now up above 40 cents. I think this thing looks very strong. Okay, looking for that green daily to send us higher there on the short term, but the weekly holding up very nicely here above 40 cents. I like that one. I see one for A Yang. Sorry if I butcher your name. Open Door. That one's reversing pretty nicely as well. I would just make sure it holds on to $4. Okay, it's got the weekly alert showing. It looks very strong. So if I was in this one, I would just set my stop loss at $4. If $4 breaks, right, we sell it. Okay, I'd be looking for a red dot here on the weekly, or a red dot up here in the red zone. Target would be anywhere from $9 to $10 here on open door. That one looks pretty strong here. Okay, you could even move your stop loss up if you wanted to like 450, but I keep mine probably at 4 just because I'm less conservative. What else we got? What else we got? We got, did I get everyone in the crypto from Jason? I see one for Morpho, M-O-R-F-O. Morpho. That one's green and still pushing up. So with that one, right, you want to watch 160. I think over 160, it looks good. You got a red daily here. So it's going to be interesting to see what this thing does here above 180. It hasn't quite hit the red zone yet. And the dot is still green here on the weekly. So we'd be holding that one. You could wait for the breakout. I mean, it does have pretty strong resistance right there at $2. So if you want to trim a little bit here, you can. You need that one to break out over like 210. We need to get over 210. Okay, that was resistance back here in March, pulled back. Now it's testing it again. We'll see if that thing can break through. But with the way the crypto market's looking, guys, I think a lot of these names are going to, I mean, we're days, if not hours away from a big breakout higher. At least from what I'm looking at on the charts here. Again, as long as the dot is green, I'm bullish. Okay, if it flips the red, that's when I can set my stop loss and be bearish. But, right, all momentum is in our favor right now, according to the indicators. What else we got? I see one here for, we covered QUB, covered Shake Shack, AVAX, and PENGU. AVAX 750 is the level we're watching. That was the low from February. Again, very boring, right? Just not doing anything. Okay, just going sideways here, looking for that explosive move up. But again, we're right back here at the 2023 lows. So this is the lowest price in 3 years. The last time we hit this price was in 2023. We went from $8 all the way up here to 70. So this is a major demand zone for smart money. Okay, if you believe in this project, this is a really good place to be loading up. This is where the bulls stepped in last time and shoved it higher. So I like AVAX here at 9. PENGU was your other one. And that one's breaking out too. Again, as long as the dot is green, you got the MACD crossover. There's so many bullish indications going off right now, guys. Yeah, I'd be a buyer of this one too. Okay, got the MACD cross, you got the green dot, everything's pointing up. We're breaking out over the 9. Looks good. I don't trade the penny stocks or the meme coins, but both of those look good. PSKY, this is Paramount. Paramount's had a really nice move off the bottom. MACD crossover. Okay, everything's looking good. We do have a daily alert up here, but I think these are a fake out signal here on the daily, guys. I think they're trying to fake us out here. I think this one's going to blow. Okay, we got the MACD crossover and the green dot. I'm still holding my position. Looking good. You got a nice crossover there on the 4-hour as well. Looking for that one to push up anywhere from 16 to 18 on Paramount there. I like that one too still. Okay, we bought that one. I think we bought it right here, right, Jeff, at 10, and then down here again at 8. So you had a signal and another signal. So again, buying, okay, and then holding, waiting for that explosive move up. That still looks very, very strong. Very strong. I got a question here in the chat from Samuel. Do you think BTC is going above 85K because there's a lot of resistance between 80 and 85? I can't tell you where I think it's going. I think it's going up as long as this dot remains green. I don't know what target it's going to go up to, right? I don't know what target the red dot will appear, but it looks very strong to me. I mean, we got this EMA crossover. This is also a very bullish indication. So I don't think Bitcoin's going below 65. Okay, I don't think it's going, well, I'm going to say 60. I'm going to stick to my target of 60 here. I don't think it's going below 60, but it's holding up very well here, guys. I mean, it looks really good. My target for Bitcoin's always up here in the red zone, right? 110 to 120 is where I think it's going. There's a lot of people calling for 250, 300, whatever. I just try to use my indicators to tell me where to take profits. I don't try to guess or hope, right? Hope is not a strategy. We use data here. Okay, and the data tells us to take profits on a red dot in the red zone, just like it did there at 125. Literally called the exact top right there in October. Okay, see that? Red dot in the red zone, 126, all the way down here now to 63. Okay. again, I just go off the indicators. I don't go off what I think. So I can't tell you where I think it's going to go. As of right now, though, I'm fully bullish on Bitcoin. I don't see it going below 60,000. I think 60,000 was the bottom here in February. So it could come down to 70, it could come down to 65, whatever. As long as it's up above this macro support level right here at 60, I'm a buyer. Okay, if anything, I'm looking to buy the daily dots. So what I'd be looking for on Bitcoin now is a daily green dot if you want to buy. But I wouldn't be waiting on Bitcoin right now. You've waited long enough. We've been calling this out since 60,000. And, right, it's already up 20% off the bottom. Hopefully that answers your question, brother. What else we got? Peace Guy, we covered RZLZ. I don't, or maybe you mean RVLZ? RZLZ. I don't see RZLZ on there, my friend. I'm sorry. Nail. What's home buyer stocks? What are those doing? Home builders and supplies. Pumping. Nice move there. You got the signal last week on this one around 40. So Nail looks good above 34. Okay, that is breaking out here. You could even move your stop loss up now to $39. I put it at 39. Okay, and let that puppy ride. Again, we're targeting up here at 90. As long as the dot is green, we're bullish. ET. Nice move there. Okay, we bought this one down here in December at 16. Had a really nice move up there to 20. Now it's just kind of staying stagnant. These guys have a big dividend. But you can see the red dots up here, so we'd be taking profits. I took profits on mine around 18. It's sitting at 19 right now, so yeah, we'd be sellers based on the indicator here. Taking our profits. What else we got? KD. KD's getting up over that weekly, so this looks good as long as it holds that low right there at $10. Okay, it is breaking out over the 9, so you can even move your stop loss up if you want to like 12. It looks strong though. MACD crossover looks good. FRSH, Freshworks, also breaking out here. Again, anytime these names break over the 9, that tells you momentum shifting. So I put a stop loss at this one at 8. You got the MACD crossover. Lots of bullish indications here, folks. Like, now is not the time to be scared. There is a lot of signals firing. Right, we don't just rely on one indicator. When you get 2, 3, right, 4 indications that we're reversing, that normally means we're reversing. So I like Fresh a lot here. I target up here in the red zone around 14 to 16 on that one, but that looks good. That looks like it's breaking out. Morpho we covered, and we're going to leave it there for today, folks. Is there any more in the chat? I don't see any more in the chat. We're going to leave it there today. We're going to leave off right here with Ahmed tomorrow. So I'm just going to post this video right here. Okay, I'm going to just post the live right here, and we'll just pick up right there, and we'll keep going down the list. Again, if you guys got those requests, just drop them over here in the request thread, or you guys can get them in over here inside the live chat as well, if you guys have time to make the live. If you guys are watching the replay, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys are watching. Drop your watch list down below. If you guys need me, hit me up over here in the Discord. If you guys do not have our trading indicators, okay, you guys can download those over here in the trading indicator tab. Just click on this link right here, and all these indicators will load right up in. Okay, you're getting my whole entire trading layout. Right, your screen will look exactly like my screen. You get all the indicators we talked about today when you use that link. If you have any questions or need support with that, my email is right there. If you guys are new, highly recommend checking out the trading course, learning more about the indicators, learning about the strategy and how we approach the markets. We're swing traders here, not day traders, so this is not a get-rich-quick strategy. This is a build wealth over time strategy. We are trying to build generational wealth here. We're not trying to get rich quick. We're trying to build generational wealth that we can pass down to our families and also our communities. If you guys are not a member of the Discord, check it out. It's $4 a month over here. It is free to join, but you guys just get access to everything when you go through this member link. You'll get access to the chat. You guys can see all my trades. You guys can see our weekly watch list that we set up. These are going to be the favorite setups for the week ahead. We drop that every Friday. We got crypto chat. We got stock chat. We got Spartan chat. We got giveaways going on. I'm going to be doing a giveaway this week. We didn't quite get the 20,000 on YouTube, but we got pretty close, so I'm going to do a giveaway just for the heck of it this week over here in the giveaways tab. Like I said, if you guys need me, hit me up here in support chat. Happy to answer your questions. Happy to assist in any way I can. God bless you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for some more chart requests. Peace.